Definitely worth stopping in and seeing what iFLYTEK are showcasing today. So iFLYTEK have just let me use their room, which is really kind because it's obviously very loud there on the trade show floor. And it's just allowed me to talk you through some of my thoughts at the minute of using the iFLYTEK AINOTE. And I've got my hands on the AINOTE Air 2, which I can also show you a little bit around. So I've never reviewed this one actually, and kind of looks a little bit like a sponsored video. There's one thing that I was discussing there. They're really keen to understand how their brand can work with influencers and work with reviewers like me and be more trusted. And I think that's really important actually. And that's one of the things that we actually discussed. And now they're very happy to continue to sending me things out to review with no strings attached. And I'm really looking forward to what they're going to do next, because the iFLYTEK is actually a really well considered device now. So some of my feedback to them in the meeting was that they've got really clever ideas like these star marks, but there's no kind of initial tutorial that just leads you through and shows you all those really exciting things. Because it's kind of like, it's not a clever idea if nobody discovers how to use them. And I think they've got some really good things here. So hopefully we'll see like a tutorial arrive when you first load up the device. They wanted to make it clear, and this is very true. They said, if we did this, we would be breaking the law, that their device doesn't communicate back to China. But I made the suggestion that maybe what they should do is that when you first boot up the device and log in, that you get the choice of the location of your server that you're sharing your data to. Now, iFLYTEK have been around for quite some time. They've been around since 2019 in China, and actually they are, along with Books, the leading e-ink manufacturer in China. So it's Books and iFLYTEK. They're the two kind of big e-ink brands in China, which is really interesting. Supernote are also a Chinese brand, obviously, but they now pretty much exclusively sell overseas. So it's really interesting as well. And then, of course, these companies, they're actually all friends and they work together. They're in the same industry, and it's just nice to hear them talk about those types of things as well. We talked a lot about the kind of like what the device means and where they're trying to position their device. I think it's really interesting. It is kind of like they said, well, it's a little bit like remarkable and applaud mixed together. I think that's quite, I was using the applaud to record the meeting, and it's kind of like the all-in-one. You've got remarkable and you've got applaud. You've got a listening device for your online transcriptions, and you've got the remarkable level of focus with your notes. I suggested that maybe rather than an AI button, they should have like a focus button. And I think that would be a really interesting thing for them to do. With these e-ink devices, there's this constant decision to be made between it being a really focused device and just be about getting your thoughts down, none of the clutter that you get, just a pen tool, an eraser tool, maybe add a new page, just to make it really intuitive to use, just as easy to use as a notebook. But then if you want to add powerful tools like, the AI meeting recognition, which the gentleman was using throughout on his, I really like the real-time handwriting recognition. Then these great features, they add complexity. And how do you add complexity while still making the interface elegant and easy to use? And that, I think, is a challenge for all the e-ink companies out there, really. But I have found it really easy to use. I've been using this as my sort of notes to give me, I've got all my to-do list on here, look. Been using this for a couple of weeks. It's all the things that I've got to do, all the videos I've got to get finished when I get home. I've been enjoying drawing on it, which is obviously a particular use case of mine. Really have enjoyed that. It's a really nice tablet. And I really like the little touches, like when you do AI transcription, you get the option of quick organization or in-depth organization. And I've got here one of my scripts that I have to record that I've made at home. It's my notes here for my work trip, essentially. It's really worked really very well. I can vouch for that. And also, because we're on the booth, we've got a couple of other things to have a look at. And the first of which is this bamboo case. And they said the color is inspired by the light shining through the bamboo forests. And this is made out of the bamboo that the pandas are leaving behind. So a panda doesn't eat all of the bamboo. And so the bits that it doesn't actually eat, they've made these cases out of. So this is from the hands of the panda to you, which is a nice little thought, isn't it? So this is designed to take the AINOTE Air 2, and it's called an Air 2 because there is an AINOTE Air that's available in China, or was available in China. Yes, a lovely little pouch. That's really pleasant. Really like that a lot. And it's such a slim package there. But then also there's the option to have this little folio case, hidden pen loop behind here, which is cool. Pen loop there. These are very limited edition. I think 200 they said they were making of these. Snaps in like that. No magnets, which is good with the EMR pens on these. And then I really like this, which they've just made a little window at the bottom there, which can show the date, or you can set that to show your to-do list if you like as well. That's just really quite cute, isn't it? So very nice things from them. And I haven't used the AINOTE Air 2 yet, but you see the case has a cutout because of course there is a document scanner on this one. And this was their first product they launched in the West. It does have a slightly different software. I don't know why they've gone for a different user interface, but you can see, for example, your focus stars, the same like processes which will become intuitive when you use a, that's cute, when you use a device for some time. So here we go. This circle adds something to your to-do list. A star makes a point for your schedule. There it is. It's come through as 4 stars, but I guess that's my handwriting to blame there rather than their OCR. And it's taken me back to this point here. So yeah, actually really cool. I kind of wish I had the opportunity to review this, but of course I'm quite stubborn with brands that if they want to take control of the content, then I'm not going to just make a review of their device. I certainly won't call something a review if it is a sponsored content, at least, because I really feel like I want to remain impartial when I can evaluate e-ink brands, especially as one of my main sort of video formats is the top 10 format here. But actually this is really quite good. I'm wondering if it has dual color front lights. I think this type of e-ink only has a single color of light. They did mention that they felt that the handwriting feel isn't as good on this one as on the AINOTE itself, which I do agree, because the AINOTE has a plastic screen and the Air 2 has a glass screen. So this is just because these are the e-ink screens that are available, basically. The glass screen is a little bit more tappy, but it's not bad. Actually, I think they've overestimated that, really. I certainly wouldn't have bought this and thought to myself, this is not a nice handwriting feel. It is, it's a fine handwriting feel. The AINOTE Air 2 is better, but it's not night and day. It's not like something that you would want to kick that out of bed for. And of course, the AINOTE Air 2 actually makes some level more sense, I suppose, for some users, because you've got the document scanner. You've also got a speaker as well as the microphones. So you can use all the clever meeting tools with the microphones, but you've also got the speaker on there as well if you want to play it back to yourself. So that's been really cool getting to know a little bit more about iFLYTEK. They're a very big company. There's more to see on their booth, and I'll have a little scan of the booth downstairs. Why not, before I go? They certainly are a promising brand in the world of e-ink, and it's great to see more competition, great to see more thinking, great to see and great to hear about the way that they want to develop their brand and the way they want to understand your needs, the way they want to understand the user base, and provide a solution that really helps those people that need the focus of an e-ink tablet, but also need powerful AI tools, like the professionals that watch my channel. Cool, great stuff, great day. So one reason that iFLYTEK are bringing the AI voice transcription to e-ink is because they're a leading AI voice recognition company in China. If you talk about iFLYTEK in China, you think of AI voice recognition. And so when I ordered myself a Coke for that meeting and I was talking to this digital human here, I wasn't allowed to talk to the real human behind here. I had to order with this, but I can tell you that it does work. And yeah, if I hadn't been a bit of a pain to him, then it would have been really smooth.
Or interaction setup.
So this is iFLYTEK's smart hotel. I'm going into check-in mode.
Yes, let's check in. And Alex,
Yes, I'm here.
relax mode.
Relax mode is now activated. Enjoy your time.
I think I will enjoy my time. Oh, that's very nice. Remember it?
It's another control way of the TV or any other smart devices. Like I could double click to wake it up and swipe up and down to change the TV channel, or snap my fingers to put it. That's the same. Or I long press it. Hey, hello, who are you?
I'm great.
It will answer you some questions. Here is touchable area.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Double click to wake it up.
So double click to wake up.
Up and down to speech.
Long press to
Yeah, cool.
listen to it. Very cool. Very nice. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the very pleasant stay in the smart hotel. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so that was Wallex in there, and then this is a real-time translator. Is that right? Yeah.
Yes.
Ah, and this is a dual screen real-time translator.
Which language you want to try?
Mine's English.
科大讯飞的展台，您现在体验的是科大讯飞双屏翻译。
Welcome to the iFLYTEK.
Oh, that's great.
You are now experiencing the iFLYTEK dual screen translation device.
So should I just be able to speak and it will automatically know that it's your turn and it will transcribe it in Chinese on your
You
side?
need to press this button.
Okay, so now it's listening to me, yeah, and I can say, so one person is holding the button basically, but you're kind of controlling the device, but it's still very much a real-time two-way conversation. Can you ask it not to, because obviously I can read faster than it can, because when you spoke to it, it was already showing me in English, and then it was carry on, it was talking.
Yeah.
So can you just have it so that I can just read it rather than listen to it?
You just read it. You don't want to hear the voice.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Okay. So you just turn.
You just turn the volume down, yeah. And you won't interrupt it, you don't have to wait for it to finish speaking or anything like that.
Actually, you don't need to listen to the broadcasting. You can interrupt.
Interrupt anytime, yeah, cool. Yeah, really good.
And this is for voice translation, for face-to-face communication, and for longer time communication or offline meetings, you can use the meeting translation. You just put the device in the middle of the table,
I
then
see,
you can talk freely.
Oh, and it'll just carry on doing it. Will it show English on one side, Chinese on the other side?
Okay. 它可以自动检测会议中不需要。
And if I'm rude and I just start interrupting you, will it? Yeah, we'll just carry on.
这款产品搭载了5颗麦克风，支持安静，可以满足4到5人的会议需要。And you can
nice,
hear, and you can also hear
Yeah,
and you can turn off the
I
broadcast.
see, yeah, perfect, yeah. Nice. Yeah, and I can scroll back on there if I want to go back up. Yeah. What was said a moment ago.
After the meeting or conversation, you can see the
Transcription of the whole thing.
transcription,
Yeah.
transcription and translation.
Nice.
Yeah, and also quick summary.
What's the difference between this one and this one then? This is the older
one
model.
has a simpler functionality.
Right.
Designed for business. This one for daily,
Personal travel,
daily
yeah.
conversation, traveling, and so on. Both these two products support offline translation.
Yeah. And you can both take photos.
Yes.
So you can take a photo of something in a language and translate it.
Yes, of course.
So iFLYTEK are also showing off these earbuds, which will do real-time translation when they're paired with your smartphone as well. And this gentleman here is using some AI glasses with display in them as well, and with real-time translation as well. So we're almost there, aren't we? We're almost at the universal translator level.
I did actually do this demo myself, but unfortunately I seem to have not got the footage from it. So in any case, I can tell you that I was pretty impressed. It's near real time. If you were relying on the audio, then it would be a little bit behind. It would be a bit like you were listening and you just have to wait. But if you actually use the screens, and they're that monochrome type of screen that just has green text, if you were just to read the translation, it would be pretty much near real time. And in fact, the translation in your eye line is going to hover about where their eyes are. So it's going to feel and look like you're actually maintaining eye contact, you know, like a normal human being, not some kind of cyborg.
Green. Mate, yeah, thanks so much for showing me that. Really appreciate it.